Welcome to another video by freechartvideos.com. This video is for educational purposes only and is not intended to be any form of investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own due diligence and make investment decisions that are suitable for your financial situation. I am not a licensed professional. I'm just a guy who draws lines on charts. We're looking at TNA, the Direction Small Cap Bull 3X Shares Fund, and we looked at this last week. I want to look at it again because it looks like things are kind of playing out in a pattern here. Of course, keep in mind that anytime you see a pattern, you have to be well. Let me restate that. All patterns eventually break. It goes up, it goes down, it goes sideways, and then you don't know whether it's going to go up or down. Then it goes up, then it goes down. But while it's making these moves, we try to discover and glean as much predictive information as we can from the charts. And in this particular case, since late August, TNA has had this really nice run going where every time it broke resistance, that resistance became support. If you look at this, this is really the only one that did not get a good serious test. Here's another one. The test almost failed, not quite. Here's another one. Now we tested that same level. It was resistance here. It's held at this point. We may be testing it again, but we have already set up the next level of resistance, which is right about 55, maybe a few pennies shy of $55. So watch that 55 level. If that breaks and this pattern holds true, then we'll run up and then we'll come down and test it. How long will this go? I don't know. I can tell you that if we look at a 4-hour chart, that TNA appears to have made a consolidation almost, even though this is not a very common pattern, you can look at it a couple different ways. You can use this line and this line and say that TNA made a descending bull wedge over about 3 months, broke out, came back for a back test, and has now moved up in a channel. Or you can look at this bottom, and this bottom, and say that it's kind of a hybrid inverse head and shoulders slash slightly broadening pattern bottom. Either way you look at it, the chart implies that both from the measuring we get from the depth of the head, which should take us up to the mid-60s. Already had a line there, basically the same thing. Heading up to the mid-60s, or you can look at it and say, well, these descending wedges usually end up with a retest of the high that set in before they developed, in which case we may run up a little bit more to the 70s. And if you look at this channel line that was broken shortly after the flash crash, you might say, well, we're headed up and we're going to make a back test on that line. Made a little one here, but maybe it's going to run up and test it again, and we get up into the 70s. Anyway, I'm just keeping an eye on TNA. Before any of this happens, it could come back down for a back test of this. So just keep your eye on it. What I'm looking for is what happens to this line, which is the existing channel, and what's going on still with these green lines inside of that channel. So anyway, I hope this video has been of some help to you. Just like I said, keep your eyes open. Chart reading betters your chances. It's not really a science, though. It's really kind of more of an art. So when you get a chance, please visit the website. And we've got more charts. We have pretty much a daily update of the S&P and other indexes. and also some charts of stocks of particular interest. Take care, and we'll see you next time, and good trading.